This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 93 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's topic is sponsored by Equestrian Collections. For all of your equine gift shopping needs, visit equestriancollections.com. Enjoy today's tip. This is Glenn the Geek, and I'm back with you from Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. We have a special announcement that this particular episode of Horse Tip Daily is the 300th episode that we have now put out on the Horse Radio Network. That's right, we have 300 episodes of different horse programming that we've put out now in a little over a year. You can find all of the shows that compile these episodes at horseradionetwork.com. Of course, the first show we did was the Stable Scoop radio show. It's the oldest show, still the flagship show of the network, still the most listened to show. I do that show with Helena B., and we just have a blast doing that show. It's a lot of fun, and we cover a different horse topic every week at stablescoop.com. So that's how it all started way back when. Then came the 2010 radio show, then the eventing radio show, then the dressage radio show, and then Horse Tip Daily was the last one that we put up on the network. And we have some other new ones coming out soon, so that number count will be going up even faster. So we appreciate everybody who listens. Thank you very much for listening to the shows on the network. If you've only ever checked out Horse Tip Daily, I advise you to go listen to a couple of the others. You have lots of time in your day when you're driving back and forth to work, or when you're cleaning stalls, or when you're just doing the dishes, when you can listen to podcasts. That's the perfect time. Well, today we have back with us Megan Ayrault. Megan is one of the leading authorities on animal massage in the country. Megan wrote the book, The Horse Lover's Guide to Massage. She also wrote the book, The Dog Lover's Guide to Massage. Megan is a licensed massage practitioner for animals and people and a professional educator with a master in teaching degree from Seattle University. Prior to her current bodywork career, Megan worked in schools and with horses and enjoyed teaching therapeutic riding for children and adults with disabilities. The therapy horses, as well as her own animals, were her original motivation for learning massage. We have several other tips that Megan has done. You can go to horsetipdaily.com and just search under the Experts tab, and you'll find all of Megan's other tips, so you can listen to them all at once if you want. We'll get to Megan in a moment here. I wanted to tell you about the Stable Scoop radio show that we just did, Helena B. and I, at Stable Scoop episode 67. If you go to stablescoop.com, we worked with Equestrian Collections to produce the second annual gift buying guide for equestrians. So Helena and I picked out some stuff that we thought we'd recommend, and Chris over at Equestrian Collections joined us, and we talked about how you can shop for Christmas. Gave you some gift ideas that we found fun and fascinating. So you can stop over to stablescoop.com and take a listen to that. It was a lot of fun. We enjoy doing that every year. Of course, we enjoy picking out stuff that we really don't have to buy. But you can check that out at stablescoop.com. You know, Equestrian Collections has all of the gift ideas that you're going to need for those horse lovers in your life this year. Just go to equestriancollections.com. Their whole homepage is outfitted there for Christmas. And take a look at some of the different options. Surf around. You know, one of the things we tend not to do is to surf around websites. We'll look through we'll browse through catalogs, we'll browse through the store itself, but through websites, we tend to want to go to one place and buy that object. Well, Equestrian Collection sets it up so it makes it easy to surf around and find unique and interesting things that you've never thought of before. And that's what we're all looking for those horse lovers in our life. So stop over to equestriancollections.com for all of your holiday shopping needs. Now on with Megan. Well, hi, Megan, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily.
Hi, Glenn. Yeah, thank you very much.
You know, we post all of our shows over at Equestrian Collections fan page on Facebook. And the Horse Tip Daily shows get a very good response over there. She has, I think, over 13 or 14,000 fans now on Facebook, and they just get a good response, and there's discussions that go on over there about the tips every day, and it's just kind of neat how new media works.
Can you tell me the name of that again? I am on Facebook, and I have not been to that page.
Yeah, go to Equestrian Collections, or they're a sponsor of Horse Tip Daily. Just search for Equestrian Collections and go on their page. They have one of the most active of the horse fan pages of all the horse community. And there's just a lot of cool conversations that go on there, people posting pictures of their horses, and then we post all of our shows, and people have discussions around them. It's just neat.
Yeah, I've been posting some of the tips on my page there at Facebook, which is all about animal massage.
Great. So that they would search for All About Animal Massage?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's on Facebook as well. They want to become a fan over there.
Yeah.
And, of course, you have the website, allaboutanimalmassage.com, and we've done a number of tips, I think 4 before. So if people want to listen to your past tips, all they have to do is go to horsetipdaily.com and do search under Tips by Expert on the left-hand side of the page there, and they'll find all of your tips. They can listen to them all at once if they like or as they want to. But, we're going to do a new one today. So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, this one I'm going to talk about breathing today, which could easily have been number 1. And it may be something I
Isn't that a requirement?
mention periodically in many of the tips in the future because it's very basic, but very important.
I was going to say, isn't that a requirement, Megan, breathing?
It is a requirement, but you would be surprised at how easy it is to forget.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when, you're focusing on learning something or practicing something new, like massaging your horse.
I can't tell you how many students we've had over the years at our farm and in Pony Club going into their first or second shows where they're just about to pass out off the horse because they're forgetting to breathe.
Yeah.
So,
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, their body sort of only automatically does the bare minimum.
You're right, exactly.
Usually. But it can really do a lot better than that with a little bit of attention.
All right, so we're talking about breathing of the person or the horse here?
Well, you can only really control your own breathing, but you will influence your horse's breathing.
Okay.
And actually, the horses tend to be better at it, but they certainly do hold their breath also at times. But I often end up thanking a horse when I'm massaging it when they take a deep breath and I realize, oh, sorry, I was holding my breath. Thank you for reminding me. But you can also do the same for your horse.
Okay.
Take a deep breath and remind them not to hold their breath. But usually it's us.
Okay, so
thinking too much.
Is there a trick?
Basically, as you're doing any massage technique, just try at the same time to also be aware of your breathing. And you can actually even just focus on your breathing. Just stand there with your horse, touching it or not even necessarily touching it, and just focus on your breathing, and you can actually have beneficial effects for your horse and certainly for yourself as well. But helping them to get in more the relaxation mode, and which of course is good for the immune system, decreasing stress, decreasing blood pressure, all of that just by breathing. If you're holding your breath, on the other hand, it may encourage your horse to sort of hold their breath because they're going to be wondering sort of what's wrong, why are you holding your breath? So they're not going to be as inclined to relax, which then triggers other stress responses in the body instead of the relaxation responses that you want.
Right.
And one exercise that's kind of fun you can try on your own with your horse is one that I teach a lot when I teach animal massage classes, is when you're massaging your horse, or you can also do this like if you have a human friend sitting in a chair or whatever and practice massaging their shoulders. And try, as you're standing there, locking your knees and massaging, and you'll probably find that you tend a little more to hold your breath. And then try just letting your knees soften. You don't have to bend to them very much, but just slightly bend to them so they're not locked. And you'll find that your body will respond with a deeper breath and get back into that more relaxation mode. So the locking your knees and breathing can really go hand in hand a lot of times. So sometimes you can use one to help the other one out.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, it is, and it's what's really interesting too is you can ask if it's a human you're practicing on, you can get a verbal description, but you can also ask your horse, and they can give you feedback too from their responses, such as maybe taking a deep breath or lowering their head or some kind of a relaxation response. You can ask the person you're practicing on how they feel, how the massage feels to them when you're more shallow breathing with your knees locked and doing your massage technique versus when you just soften your knees, take a couple deep breaths, and do the same technique. It will feel a lot better to the receiver.
That's interesting. I would have never thought about breathing as part of massage, but I guess so.
Yeah, it's a big part. And then the ribs come into that, too. I do have a YouTube video for rib work with horses for a massage technique that you can use with the ribs. But that goes very much hand in hand with breathing also. By doing the massage technique on the ribs, you can help their breathing, and by help stimulating their breathing, you can help the ribs. So it works in both directions.
And where can they find that video?
Well, if they go to my website, allaboutanimalmassage.com, and under resources, and then under resources, they have a choice of horses or dogs and cats or other critters. So if they go under horses, it's the first link, I believe, on the list.
Oh, yep, it is. Ribwork YouTube video. Yep.
Ribwork, yeah. And I don't know if they search Ribwork on YouTube. I don't know if they would find it, but if they searched my name, they would find it, I think, on YouTube.
Okay.
But the link on the website is a definite direct link.
And that website is allaboutanimalmassage.com.
Yeah, and I think there's a link to it as well from my from the Facebook page.
Oh, and there's a link here to Horse Tip Daily Radio Show.
Yeah?
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
That makes me breathe better.
Yeah, I'll post some new updates now, too.
Well, that's great. All right, so remember to breathe when doing massages, and that does make a lot of sense. I mean, first of all, we all know that if we breathe deeply, we breathe regularly, it causes us to relax and be less stressed, and that would come through when you're the one giving the massage, whether it's to a human or an animal.
Yes.
Well, that's great, Megan. Well, we look forward to speaking to you again all about massage.
All right, thank you.
Well, thanks again to Megan. She'll be back periodically with more massage tips. Be sure to check out her website at allaboutanimalmassage.com. You want to drop me an email, you can do so at Glenn with 2 N's at horseradionetwork.com. And don't forget to check out, as I said earlier in the show, all the other great shows where we've produced 300 episodes at horseradionetwork.com. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, stay safe, everyone.